Okay, so we're going to do a little walkthrough on creating your blog site. Once you've logged into WIX, this will be the site that you see. It'll say My Sites, which if you have it already open and have sites there that they'll appear here, you'll have your name right there. So what we're going to do is create a new site. So clicked on the create a new site, we want to create a blog. So we're going to click on the blog. We want you guys to be as creative as possible, so you want complete control over all of your design features. So click on Choose a Template. And some of these different templates are free, as you can see when you hover over them. Some of them actually charge you to use it. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and just pick this first one. So we're going to edit that. And this sometimes takes a little bit for it to load. So we're going to wait for this to load. Don't get worried about the time between loading pages and everything. Sometimes it just takes a while. So as long as you're seeing this, then you know that that page is getting ready to load. Again, sometimes it takes a minute. So we're just going to wait for it to happen. But this is real time, so you can kind of see, how long it actually takes for this page to begin. Okay, so we have our page. We have our template. So the first thing you're going to do is go under the Menus and Pages tab. We're going to get rid of a few of the pages because we don't really need them. We just want the blog page. So you're going to go to the home page, click on these three little buttons, and delete it. So we do not need it. It's always going to ask you if you really want to do this for this one. Yep, gives you a second chance to make sure that that's what you actually want to do. It's going to reload. It's going to change to the blog page. Go back up to the site menu page. Click on that again. We're going to do the same thing with the about page because we don't really need that either. So we're going to click on those three dots once again. Go down to delete. Click on that. Your certainty box pops up. We're going to go ahead and hit delete on that again. Okay, so we're going to close that one out. So now all we have is the blog page. So we're going to scroll down just a little bit. And we're going to double click here to set up this blog part. We're going to get rid of the blogs that are already there that are just like a placeholder for what's going on. And again, it's working. So just got to make sure that this next page opens up appropriately. And again, it's just working at this point. Okay, so we're going to go under Manage Posts. New page is going to open up, and what we're going to do is we're going to delete all the previous posts that have been made as placeholders. I believe on this page that there's 9 of them. Again, same thing. Go over to the 3 buttons, move to trash. This part's a little bit tedious, just getting the initial page set up, but that's okay. Because you really want to start with a clean slate here. And make sure that the page is completely your own. So again, just over and over again, moving these placeholder blog entries to the trash. Okay, so that is done. Perfect. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and scroll back up. I'm not going to do that yet. We're going to go back to the now we're going to go to categories. Okay, So we're going to do the same thing here. We're going to get rid of these categories that have been placed as placeholders for this specific page. Luckily there's only 3, so it's not going to take that much at all. And now those have been done. So we're going to go ahead and exit out of this dashboard, exit out of the blog feed, and scroll up and begin to craft the actual site itself. Okay, so let's go ahead and put a title in here. You double click on it, you're going to come up with the edit text. When you hit the edit text button, it'll have a text settings box. You can change the font, you can change the boldness, you can change the size. So I'm going to go ahead and change the font just to the overlock, just for, showing you how to do this purposes. I'm just going to put my name, if I could spell it right. Here we go. Okay, one more time. Sorry about that. WERS. Good grief. There we go. Now it's right. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and get rid of that. So you have the name on there. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and edit our picture. Okay, so we're going to change our image. Okay, so you hit change image, a box will pop up, and you're given some different options. Media from Wix, Shutterstock. You have to pay for a lot of the images on Shutterstock, and I'm not familiar with Unsplash, but I imagine those are the same. So what we're going to do is we're going to open up a new window here. Okay, and I'm just going to go to Google Images. And once we're in there, I'm just going to, think about an image that I like. I like the forest, so I'm going to do a forest path. Find a forest path image that is cool. You kind of want one that's got a little bit of width to it because the image that you're putting in there is rather wide. So I'm gonna pick this one. You're gonna right click it. You're gonna save this image as. So you save the image as. I'm just gonna put in image 1. Yep. We're gonna replace it. I had already done that. So back over to our editor. Now this picture is right here. We're gonna grab it, drag it up in. You can see right here that it's uploading the image. And as soon as that upload is finished, you'll see the picture appear on the WIX page, on this page, in this corner right here. Again, sometimes this will take a second. And it is taking a second. But eventually it'll get there. Waiting is pretty much the hardest part. There we go. Okay, so we have that picture. It is selected because it's got the blue line around it. Go ahead and choose that image. And there you go. There is your image. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do on here is going to make a blog post for this site. Okay, so we're going to go over to, let's see, I gotta find it. Hold on one second. Let me scroll down a little bit. And yep, sorry, there it is. Create your first post. So we're going to hit on that box, create a post, and manage our post. Okay, so here we go. This is where you're going to put your first post. So there's your, your author's name. We're going to go ahead and click on create a new post. We're going to add a catchy title. I'm going to put in the beginning because that's exactly where we're at. We're at in the beginning. Okay. I'm going to go to post settings now. And this kind of allows you to like put an image with your posts. So you can upload a cover image. This is the same way that we did for the main image that's on the page. So again, I'm going to go back to Google Images and pick a new image that we're going to search. So I'm going to put in the beginning. Okay. And this one looks good. I like that one. So again, we're going to right click, save that image as image 2. Yep, I already have it because I've done this already once. So we're going to replace it. We're going to go back into that editor. And we're going to, once again, drag this image up into your images page. Again, it's going to take a second. Actually, let me go back to the blog. No, that's not the one I wanted. Okay. And again, the waiting part is the worst, but initial setup takes the most time, and eventually you'll be flying right through this. Okay, so there is that image. So we're going to go ahead and add that to the page. We're going to save it. And then we can just start writing the post. Here is what this is, all about. And this is where your first blog post will go, okay? So, I'm going to go ahead and, after you finish writing it, you're going to go ahead and publish it. And now you can see that there is your image and your first blog post. It tells you how many seconds ago it was written. Custom logo, I'm not really worried about that step right now. But there is your post. Okay. So blog settings, I'm just going to kind of look and see what's here. I'm not going to worry about any of that right now. Or any of that other things right now. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and save those. Keep them like they were. X this out. And so now you can see that there's your main page. There's all of your posts, which are going to appear underneath. And there is your first post. Okay. So you can play this, replay it as many times as you need to. And actually, let me hit preview to see what it looks like before we do anything now. Okay, so this is what it would look like. There's your name, blog, all your posts. Posts will appear underneath. And there we go. Okay, so that's how you set up your blog page for your 20-time project. Be super creative and have fun. I know you guys are going to do great.